are you? Today I want to talk about our connection with the moon. Um, I usually rush through these videos. Today I'm just gonna take my time. I just started doing this and I'm still getting used to it, so I'm sorry if I'm taking my time. I just felt like I was rushing on the other videos, so today I decided I'm just gonna do me. So I hope you stick around and listen what I have to say about our menstrual cycle and how moon is connected. I want to talk about the rituals that we can do through the cycles of the moon and what happens when we bleed and all the rebirth takes place every month for women. And I learned all this stuff when I started going to Finca Ambivasi. There are so many women who walk this path before me, and in between ceremonies we have classes there, and they teach us. They teach us how to be connected to the Mother Earth, how to be connected to the cycles of nature, and be connected to womanhood, the feminine power that we have within us, which I never really knew before. I wish I learned this when I just started to getting my moon, so I could have experienced and enjoyed this more than, treating it like a burden. I used to hate getting my moon. I'm like, oh, again, I'm on my moon. I cannot go to swim. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. But, those days are behind me. And also, I think the society, puts a lot of shame and taboo around woman who's bleeding, right? So, and it's a shame. It's a shame to even go buy a tampon. You kind of like hide and you're like, yeah, like don't show this to anyone while you're paying. There's no reason to be ashamed of. Actually, this is such an honor. This is such a powerful, potent time for every woman that we actually have to, not we go through every month. And if you know how to use this, you can actually empower yourself and the others around you. The happy wife, happy life, happy mommy, happy kids, happy woman. And so this is what I want to talk about today on this episode. Ceremony of menstruation and moon cycles. How does it work? There are two systems in the planet: solar system and lunar based system. Lunar based system is more feminine, that we are connected to the moon. That's why we get 13 periods a year, which 13 full moon and a new moon a year. And I have to actually check on that, if there's 13 full moon or 13 new moon, but there's 13 moon cycles in a year. Every 28 days we go through a cycle. The healthy cycle will be between 24 to 32 days, so everybody is different. I am usually pretty regular. I'm more like 26 to 27. It depends. Day or two always changes it, but I use a app to track my moon, so I know exactly where I am, and it helps me understand where my psychology and where my hormones are, and so I can adjust my day, and I can adjust my work, and I can adjust my appointments. I can adjust everything around that, because I'm very much affected by the hormones and the moon cycle, just like everybody else. But before, I was not aware that that was the cause. Before my moon, I used to get irritated and, or on the moon, you are irritated, you don't want to do anything, and then there are some days in the month like you're super high and active, and I had no idea it was all, related to the cycles of the moon. And I am personally, I'm like on the go, 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 go. As a single mom, I always work. I never stop. I never really took the time to rest on those certain days that you have to actually rest. And so this is why I wanted to bring this up. This is why I wanted to make this video. So if it gives you a little bit of guideline to make you feel better, and the ones that are on you, it will do the work. Honoring yourself as a woman is very empowering, and you know, we are made of this magic. We are made of this beautiful empowerment and feelings that it's so intimate that sometimes I don't even know like if I can share or not, but just the feelings, it's just there. Knowing the cycles of the moon now makes so much sense, and makes me understand where I am exactly. So usually when we have our moon, it's between 4 to 5 days. So we call this the winter time. Between day 1 to day 6 is winter time. And then after the moon, we go into the spring, blossoming, preparation, having more energy. It's called the springtime, which is day 7 to day 14. And from day 14 to day 21, it's your ovulation. And from day 22 to day 28, it's your inner autumn. So what I do on the winter time, on my moon time, I usually stay quiet. Moon time is super powerful. Moon time is when all your portals are open, all your vessels are open. That's time to connect, that's time to let go, that's time to be with your womb, and that's time to reassess everything what happened in the past month and see if you can adjust, if you can improve, if you can give yourself more time to hibernate. And after the menstruation, after the shedding of the blood, the cleansing happen, then the springtime arrives. That's the time I usually start my upcoming month schedule. What am I going to be doing? Am I going to be traveling? Am I going to be public speaking? Or am I going to be meeting with people or attending to events or signing a contract or having gatherings in my house? That's the time to be alive and just create and just be whatever you want to be. And the ovulation time is the party time. Ovulation time is the most creative, most energetic. You are on the top of your game. And after the 21 days after your cycle, when you go into your inner autumn, that's the time usually to slow down. That's time to be with your body. Your body will speak to you. You'll be tired. You'll need a rest. You need maybe not go to the events, and that's more solar based. That's more go go go. And the more you go against it, more tired you're gonna get. That's when the pain and the cramps and more bleeding will happen. So you need to give your time to just be with yourself. Just honor that time, like downtime. You just have to honor that downtime. There's a prophecy that it's been said thousands and thousands of years ago. It says, when woman returns their blood to the earth, the world will know peace, and the men will return home from war. This actually talks about giving our blood to the earth as a payment. I stopped using tampons or regular pads 3 years ago as I started my plant medicine journey, and as I learned about more how to connect to myself as a woman. I realized that there's a lot of toxins and there's a lot of chemicals in those tampons and the pads that actually makes you bleed more. So you buy more, right? So I stopped using any of that. And usually now when I buy 100% cotton. If I have to use a tampon or that kind of pads. But I switched using Diva Cup. The Diva Cup is, it basically shaped like this. It just, you insert it and you collect your blood, and you take your blood and your blood is with you. So I stopped putting my blood into the toilet or the garbage. I give my blood to a plant or the earth. Unfortunately, I live in a city. I don't have access to a garden, so I have my moon plant on my altar. Usually, I give my blood to my specific assigned plant that it sits in my altar, and it's just for that. And when you put your blood into the earth, you're doing a payment. Mother Earth loves that. And remember, your blood is like a radar. It holds so much energy. It's so potent. You don't want to, if you were in a place where you can plant your blood, you just want to make sure that you don't plant it into where people walk by a lot, or there's traffic, or like, wherever you put your blood, you're gonna attract that energy. So you want to put it away from the sidewalks or away from a lot of people's energy. Best to give your blood is where it's secluded, and so you can protect yourself, because when we are on our moon, our portal is open, and you don't want to receive everyone's energy, as you want to protect yourself. You don't want to give your blood to plants with thorns or medicinal plants, because they hold a different vibration. You want to make sure it's a feminine plants, lavender, sage, or any other plant that it doesn't have thorns, no cactuses, no nothing like that. And always dilute your blood, because our blood is so strong and so many minerals and vitamins in it. It can actually be too much for the root. And when you plant your blood, don't pour it over it. Just make a little holes, and so the blood can go into the root and connect with the plants. And there's a way of there's a ritual that I do for each serving, for each offering. Day one, when you offer your blood, your intention, for day one, the intention is for you. You bleed for yourself, that you bleed for whatever happened for the past month. You let go, you reflect, and whatever happened, you just say thank you, and you just give your blood, and that's your offering for the earth. Day two offering is usually we bleed for our men, for our brothers, for our fathers, for our children, because they cannot clean themselves, and they don't have this cleansing ceremony, so we bleed for them. When we give our blood, we have that intention that we do it for our children. That's usually who I do for. Day three offering is usually, that's the most powerful day. We bleed for our work. We bleed for our projects, upcoming events, and we bleed for guidance, and we bleed for clarity. We bleed for help from the Mother Earth, so it gives us the clarity to move forward. This is a day where you want to get really quiet and really meditative. I love the day 3 because it's kind of the creation day for me, and I love bleeding with intention because it makes it more fun. How amazing is that we have access to this power? And when you do a payment, you're basically giving something ahead of the time. You're saying thank you because you already received it. You're grateful for it. And I just love the whole ritual around it. Day 4 offering to the earth is usually for our grandmothers, our ancestors, and we bleed for them because we bleed for living and non-living, and giving thanks. We honor where we come from. That's what the day 4 is. And day 5, usually you're pretty much done with your moon, or if you have a little bit of moon left, you can still do it. Day 5, I usually wake up with the sun, and I open my hands and I stare at the sun and I say thank you, and I basically have a little prayer and I meditate, and then we'll start a new month. And this is pretty much what I do on the moon time. So with the moon cycle, every time the moon goes through a cycle, woman goes through a cycle, and recognizing the emotional connection between the moon and us helped me tremendously, make me feel better. I'm not irritated as much. I don't get PMS because now I'm aware when I'm in my inner autumn, I need to be away from a lot of energy. I need to be away from a lot of people. I need to rest. I need to be quiet. That's my time to reflect. That's my time to meditate and pray. I don't even record any videos actually on those days. I don't make many phone calls. I'm just like quiet. And usually my active month starts after my period, after the menstrual cycle is done. I don't wait till the summer. I just start the minute my inner spring starts, then I'm on the go. I'm on the go until my inner winter starts again. So I will tell you those days. So the winter is day 1 to day 6. Spring is day 7 to day 14. Summer is day 14 to 21. And fall, day 22 to day 28. So winter, you're menstruating. On the spring, you're blossoming. You're starting a new cycle of creative month. Summer, when you ovulate, you're on the peak, you're on the most creative time. And fall, day 22 to day 28 is your downtime. That's the time to clear the month. And how amazing is that we get to do this every month? I love being a woman, don't you? Now I look forward to my moon time, actually. This is what I have to say for this. And if you want to learn more about this, actually my sister Mariah, who I learned all this from, I'm probably butchering it, but I just don't care. I just want to share. I just want to put it out there. Even if I butchered it, I'm sure you got something out of it. You can connect with 4 Vision Markets, which I'm going to put the link so you can check out her classes. She actually holds online classes for menstrual cycle. It's very empowering. I highly recommend it. And eventually I'm going to have her on my channel. I'm going to question her for you guys. So if you have any questions, please comment below and make sure send me a message. I will definitely be more than happy to answer your questions, and I will link the cup that I use for my moon, and also the cotton pads. They're actually, you can just get them on Amazon. I will post them below, and I will post Mariah's website address so you can maybe check out her feminine ceremony of menstruation classes. This is so important. This is so important for us women to be connected to more who we are than, hide and be ashamed of bleeding. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great time, and I will see you soon. Much love.